With last year's game being one of the worst basketball simulation titles ever, EA Sports had a lot of work to do with NBA Live 15. Although the company admitted to this year's title not making a substantial leap from Live 14, they did promise improvements to the core aspects of the game. You will see improved player faces, updated animations, and an accurate representation of the NBA atmosphere, but overall the game still has a lot to improve on. The first thing you will notice with NBA Live 15 is the improved animations. There's more variety when it comes to dribbling, passing, shooting, rebounding, and blocks. However, gameplay still feels stiff, and you will find a few wonky animations throughout every game, but it isn't as prevalent as it was in last year's game. Unfortunately, there are a few hijinks that also hurt game flow. Fast breaks do exist in Live 15, but you will find odd moments of slowdown. It's too easy to dunk in traffic regardless of player rating or difficulty level. Collisions have been added but are glitchy, and it's super difficult to time jump shots. Be prepared to release the button early because letting it go at the top of the jump will result in a late release. In addition, the AI isn't a challenge regardless of difficulty level, as they are late to run plays, stand around, and are a liability on both sides of the court, as you'll be raining threes, making steals, and dunking in traffic with ease. Overall, the gameplay in Live 15 improves on last year's horrendous title, but it still has several issues that result in a not-so-sim experience. If there's one thing NBA Live 15 has going for it, it's presentation. Sure, Mike Green and Jeff Van Gundy can do a better job on commentary, and transitions need work, but everything else mimics a real-life ESPN broadcast to a T. The ESPN graphics package, halftime and post-game shows, TV-style camera angles, replays, and crowd chants, as well as playoff atmosphere, recreate the NBA experience in impressive fashion. NBA Live 15 is one of the few EA Sports titles that live up to the Living Worlds mantra the company has touted since the release of the PS4 and Xbox One. I will say this, NBA Live 15 looks way better than last year's debacle, but the game still isn't visually up to par with other sports titles. Faces have been redone and look a lot better than last year, but some of the lesser known players don't look good at all, and bodies are still unproportioned to their heads. Jersey numbers look off and cloth physics are overdone. Fortunately, everything else looks great. Courts are detailed, crowds look good, lighting is done well, and the shoes are the best looking kicks I've ever seen in a basketball video game. NBA Live 15 includes a decent amount of modes, but none of them offer the depth required to get you to invest in them. Dynasty mode returns, but is the same old basic franchise mode from last year. Rising Star is Live's answer to 2K's My Career, but this mode also returns with virtually no changes. Ultimate Team mode has added an auction house, and the ability to relive games through Big Moments mode is pretty cool, but it's more of the same. At least online is reliable from a connectivity standpoint, but there is enough lag to make shooting jumpers more difficult than they already are. NBA Live 15 plays a decent game of basketball and shows improvement from last year's game. However, that's not saying much considering Live 14 was one of the worst basketball video games of all time. The NBA Live series has a lot of work to do before even being in the same conversation as its 2K counterpart, and based on what I've seen, it may take some time before that happens. Well, that's it for this episode of Sports Gamer Show. As always, if you want more content, go to the website, www.sportsgamershow.com. Make sure to like the Sports Gamer Show Facebook page, follow me on Twitter at SportsGamerShow, and make sure to add me on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. I'm Rio Pacino, and I'll see you next time.